Hello guys, today we are going to see a very important topic of the tax in Italy. We are going to analyze what is the fiscal code, in Italian Codice Fiscale, and most important thing, we are going to see how to get the Codice Fiscale if you are from another country, if you are not an Italian person. Let's start from the beginning. I always like to give some introduction when I record my video. So let's start and let's see what is the Codice Fiscale and why it is essential. Why it is essential if you want to start your new adventure, if you want to simply move in Italy. So first of all, the Codice Fiscale, from now on I will call it simply fiscal code to make it easier for you. Fiscal code is a code. And it is a code which is a unique code. And the purpose of the fiscal code is to identify every person in Italy, every Italian person who lives in Italy. The fiscal code is composed by 16 digits, meaning 16 words, letters, and numbers. Why it is essential? Why you need to have a fiscal code? There are a lot of reasons, but to make it more understandable for you, you need a fiscal code basically to do everything in Italy. Now, if you want to open a company in Italy or only move in Italy for work, which is the case of you, follower of ESENtaxa, you need a fiscal code to open a bank account. You need a fiscal code to open a VAT position, meaning open a company, which also talking not only opening a company, but also working in Italy as an employee. You need a fiscal code if you want actually then ask a tax refund. And you need a fiscal code even, and that's actually some most important things after the open a bank account, if you want to rent a house or buy a house. Because you see, when they ask you the documents to rent an apartment, if you want to rent an apartment, you have to provide the owner a fiscal code. So actually, the fiscal code, it's like an ID to make it easy. When they say, hello, can you give me your ID? They ask always when you're purchasing something big, or even when you're buying, I don't know, a car, for instance, even a small car, they're asking, give me your ID/passport and give me your fiscal code. So you definitely need fiscal code if you want to move in Italy. Now, here what I'm looking for is, let's say, the Wikipedia in Italian, which you can see and translate in English if you want, but if you need more information, but actually as introduction, I already gave you all the information that you need. The things that you have to know, and actually that is the purpose of this full of value video, it's how to request a fiscal code. Now I am in the Agenzia delle Entrate, which is the tax authority's website. Let's switch to English to make it easier. So now we are going to see how to get this tax identification number. So if you switch to English, I can also let you this on the video. We will do it. How to apply for a tax identification number abroad. You need to read how to apply for a tax identification number in Italy. Now, fortunately, I read some info today. I try to analyze better procedure. So basically, you have to request the fiscal code with a form. Now you can request it online, and I know that for these procedures you may want to be supported by an accountant, so you don't have to worry when you will move in Italy. First thing you have to do is to get your visa, to rent your house, and to have your ID in Italy. That's the most important thing. The accountant can support you also to help you the fiscal code. It's very easy because you need to complete this request, and this request should be sent to the tax authority, will be sent to the tax authority, and you will receive more easier that if you are basically supported by an accountant, they will do it for you. If you want to do it by yourself, you can go to a territorial office, so where you live, it depends. For instance, I live in Abruzzo, and I can book an appointment. In there, in that office, you complete this form and then you will get suddenly the fiscal code. What if you want the fiscal code and you are still not in Italy? Can you request it? The answer is yes. Well, because if you are in your own country, suppose for instance you are in Germany or you are in the USA, you can ask support to the consular services or to the Italian embassy and you can request the fiscal code. How? Simply via email attaching all the requests and all the information that they will tell you to give. And this is very important because suppose that you want to buy a house in Italy or that you want to open a company, but you don't want to be physically present in Italy to get this fiscal code. You can ask support to the embassy and you can get your fiscal code. So I wanted to remark that what I showed you before was the procedure to do to the Agenzia delle Entrate, again the tax authority office, if you are in Italy. There is a model to complete, there is a form, sorry, to complete. You can go there and you will get your fiscal code. You can be assisted, of course, by an accountant or an attorney. But what I'm saying now is very important. Please note this, if you're still not in Italy, you can already request the fiscal code in the way that I showed you. Practically, the fiscal code is a card. It's a card which you can see it here on Wikipedia like this, with your fiscal code, name, surname, and so on. But actually, what you need is not the card, because this is also useful for the, let's say, the hospitalization. You only need that 16 digits codes. So once you go to the office, to the tax authority office, and you submit this form called model AA4/8, you will get suddenly the fiscal code. Yeah, okay, you have to wait for get the card, but you will suddenly get the fiscal code. And you can already open a bank account and do all the things you have to do in Italy to finally establish yourself 100%. Now, what I suggest you guys, if you're not comfortable to do it, your accountant will definitely know how to do it. But the purpose of this video was just to let you know how to do it. Another thing that I want to mention is that if you are going by yourself, there are some documents that you need to provide to the tax authorities, like your visa and your basically certificate that state that you are already allowed to live in Italy, of course. If you already live in Italy, if you already, I don't know, did all the immigration form, that you can go directly to the tax authorities. In conclusion, guys, always try to do those first important things with a certified accountant in Italy. Because your goal is not to save some money here, but is to do things properly, to make sure that you can open your company or simply that you can work in Italy as soon as possible. Thank you for this video, guys. I invite you, if you like, to share this video with people, with your friends. And if you want more information, please do not hesitate to contact me or Andrea. We will be very happy to provide you some extra information and we can schedule a call. Thank you and see you next time, guys.